Starting this one by saying thank you to everybody who's shown support, whether it be on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram. I've garnered over, on one of the posts, I've garnered over 360,000 views, and it's made me think about a lot of things. I'm finally chasing my dream that I've had as a kid, and I've finally been able to have interactions with people and start to build something and keep going, but it feels like I'm chasing my dream in a world that's on fire. Like literally a government was just burned down. And yeah, like I wanna, like I feel like I'm not doing enough. You know, like you could go, I used to work myself to death. I worked myself for months straight thinking it was what my worth was and what I needed to do, and I burned out and ended up quitting that job. And I just, you know, I understand like the need to work and make money, but I just look at the state of our world and like working for someone, like putting money in someone else's pocket while I'm breaking my back all fucking day when I could be building my dream. And I don't expect this shit to pay the bills right now because I haven't been putting in time like other people. And it's not about the comparison, it's just a fact that it takes work to make a living off of creating content. But I much rather would be broke building my dream up in hopes that maybe one day I'll be able to sustain off of it and like have to make some money to keep myself afloat some other way in the meantime than be like working 9 to 5s and like living paycheck to paycheck, because that's what I was doing, and I don't want to do that anymore. And I want to have money to take care of my family and feed myself and support causes in the world that like I want to be able to support Gaza and Palestine. And the point of this video was just to talk about like this feeling I have, even if I did have that money, which I don't because fucking my own reasons and reasons outside of my control, I wouldn't know where to send it because fucking there's false organizations, and apparently there's organizations that are funding people who are like stopping people from sending support. It's fucking awful, and it's confusing, and I'm confused, and I want to do more, but I feel like I don't do enough by liking and reposting shit that I see of the awful shit that people are having to endure. And I know that's a lot, but I don't get to talk about it, and I don't know who to talk about it with, and it needs to be talked about. Shit needs to change. And I'm not saying I never gonna need to make money, or it doesn't make sense to me. Like it feels like the whole thing is collapsing. Like I'd be building a future in something that isn't gonna sustain anymore. At least it shouldn't. But I just wanted to get on here and share that because sometimes I feel kind of overwhelmed, and I want to get on here and just remind anybody who feels the same way I do right now on that level that you're not alone. As someone who's looking for a job right now, as someone who's chasing his dream, as someone who suffered with depression and burnout and social anxiety and fucking all this other bullshit, like you're not alone.